Hello, everyone. This is Paul here. You can find me at Paul M. Robertson on basically all of my socials and gaming platforms. I'm here to talk about Risk with the help of, as you can see there, Eric and Elitar. Do you guys want to say hi real quick?
I'm Eric. You'll find me almost everywhere as Eric. Well, as 3IRC. Well, I won't say on my socials. I try and hide my socials, but on any game that I play, you'll probably find me as 3IRC.
Perfect, perfect. Yeah, well, guys, if you want to just start playing a game, go for it whenever you are ready.
Yeah, we're doing Ottoman Empire, which is in the season of Clan Wars. It's the more chill settings in there, so we decided to go with that.
Perfect,
No
perfect.
manual pick. It's which we know nobody likes to watch.
Yeah, quick and easy, just good for the viewers. Yeah, and I should mention, yeah, today we're having like a little casual interview about, like I said, Risk, but more specifically, Clan Wars Season 2. And these guys are the orchestrators of that. They're the clan chiefs, so they're kind of running the show. Yeah, I wanted to mention I'm conducting this interview on behalf of World of Risk Live on Demand. That's WRLD for short. I'll share more about that later. But right now, we're gonna get down to
Oh
business.
my god.
Uh, oh, you
How
don't
did
like your
you do
spawn?
that?
He picked wrong.
That was good. I
So,
didn't think you'd go for it. I thought for sure you're going right in the middle.
Well, either way, I was completely connected.
hmm.
All right.
Oh, I go first. Wow.
Oh,
Never
there you
mind.
go.
Why
Yeah,
did I?
that's not bad.
Well, that changes everything. Okay, let's see. What am I gonna do?
So we're gonna take a little breather here. Let Red, that's Elitar, make some moves, and then we'll we'll start
Oh,
this thing.
bonus.
Yeah, go with whatever.
Okay.
Let's see. Do I have enough time?
You will.
Okay.
You're good.
Let's go. Damn.
Oh, okay. I know where you're stacking.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's a
so
problem.
so I think Eric knows what he's gonna do here, so I'm gonna go ahead and start
Yep.
these questions. So yeah, we're trying to today we're trying to learn about Clan Wars, and this is season 2, but
Go
also
around that one.
about our chiefs here. So if you guys want to kick us off by kind of explaining like how you got your risk names or came up with that, just real briefly, like that would be awesome. Eric, do you want to start that?
Sure. Well, I'm 3IRC. It comes from the name Eric. I for a while I wanted uh one nickname that I could use on every single platform, and the hardest platform to get a name for was Minecraft. So I found a name that was a way of changing up Eric that worked in Minecraft, and I've used that across every game that played on.
Okay, okay, gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. Elatar, what about you? I know that your risk name was just given to you, but do you want to just tell us a little bit like why you kept it or just, what have you?
Yeah. Um, I've had a lot of names, just the random ones that they generate for you. But this is the one that I had when I started learning about the Discord. So then I just kept it.
Okay, gotcha,
And
gotcha.
yep. And then
Nice.
I just stayed with it.
Perfect, perfect. Um, so yeah, going off of that, um, I wondered if like the reason you kept it was for anonymity purposes or if you wanted to share your real name, like
Well, the real one is I can't I can't change it. I can I can't do a custom name. That's
oh,
another
it's
reason.
locked in. Oh, okay, I
Yeah,
gotcha.
it's like you can't do it on mobile. I
Oh,
Well,
don't
you
think you
can through
can.
Google Play or the Apple Store, which is why I
Oh, can
have
you?
my alt is. That's why my alt is 4IRC.
okay, okay. Well, I guess you have the option then, Elatar.
But don't change it. At this point, if you change your name, we would
I'm
never
changing
figure out
it.
who you were.
I'm changing it.
Just throw everyone off. Oh yeah, speaking of that, I should mention these two are some top players. Like they're very well known in the community. They're very good at the game. Like anyone who's watching this right now, like if you know anything about Risk, like you probably have seen these guys in one of your lobbies or one of these tourneys, a stream, anything. So that these should
I
be
don't
of
know.
no
I
surprise to you.
maybe not in a while for me because I don't play FFA tournaments anymore. But I I am well known.
Yeah, no,
I'm in every server doing something.
yeah, I've definitely seen you around plenty, both of you. Um, well, yeah, going into like a little different direction, just getting to know you two a little bit better, like helping the community know you better. What are some of your interests or hobbies? Different things outside of Risk. And you can share as much or as little as you want. I just want to help like me get to know you better, but also anyone else around that's involved with Risk. Do you want to start us off again, Eric?
Yeah, most of my time is spent with Risk, but outside of Risk, I play Dungeons and Dragons and Magic the Gathering. I'm also involved with my church. That's pretty much what I do.
Okay, nice, yeah. Elitar, do you wanna share anything like interests or hobbies, anything outside?
I like playing soccer. I like martial arts. What else?
Well, I'll try not to beat you too hard, because then you might actually come and beat me.
I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, watch out for those ninja
Um,
skills. Well, yeah, I have some stuff in common with each. Like, I've tried my hand at D&D a little bit, and also soccer. I'm a pretty big fan. I'm not really that great, but currently I am in an indoor soccer league, and I try my hand and my feet at soccer a little bit. After your interests and stuff, just a couple like incidentals. I don't know if you guys wanted to share, your location or time zone, like age, your job, occupation, like anything like that. Like again, as much or as little as you want to share, just trying to get to know you guys better and help the community know you better since you're very involved and like your big names in the Risk world. Eric, again, did you want to kick us off with anything?
Sure. So I'm not going to share my exact state, but I'm in the East Coast of the United States. I'm 23 years old. I graduated college. It's almost 2 years ago. I'm unemployed because it's been rough with the current job market. But I'm currently looking for work. So if I disappear at any point for a while, it's probably because I started something finally.
Gotcha. Elitar, what about you? Anything you want to share? You want to keep things
yeah,
anonymous?
I don't know. I'm kind of split. I would say I'm in the Midwest.
Okay.
What else can I disclose?
And you're the same time zone
Um,
as me, as I remember correctly. We're in Central Standard.
yes. Where are you?
I'm actually in Texas. I'm in Dallas.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I
Yep,
guess.
I'm in the Midwest and just doing my thing out here.
Gotcha. Yeah, I came from the Midwest actually. Within this past year, I was born and raised in Ohio, Northeast, and I moved to Texas for my significant other. We had a long distance thing going on forever, and like she and I both decided like if we're gonna make things work, we gotta be closer. So that's what brought me down here. But
Makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah. But yeah, it's cool. We're all kind of in the same or similar time zones. We're all
Eric, yeah, Eric's,
Midwest.
where's Eric? Eric's in New York.
New
New.
Jersey. Well, I guess I've released my
You
state this time.
released it.
Ah,
I
gotcha.
don't care.
Oops,
Yeah,
I don't
my
care.
bad.
It's
I didn't mean to
the
put
U.S.
you
is
out
a
like
big.
that.
I've been realizing, looking at the map of Europe, it's like
hmm
one state in America is
similar.
equivalent to an entire country.
Isn't that
So
isn't
it's
that
like,
insane? Yeah.
oh
Spot
no, I
on.
released my state. It's only as if I could be in like 3 different countries.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
totally right. Yeah.
very.
It's and I think it's funny like how like people from other countries, well, Europe in particular, they'll hear us like taking road trips like 10, 15, 20 hours long going across multiple states and they're just like what are you doing? I mean, because they just don't do that over there from what I've heard. But it's just
Well, it
funny.
depends. Some of them do, but it's you have to cross multiple countries. That what I've heard is a lot of them won't. they don't like the idea of a long commute. Like in
Mm-hmm.
America, 1 hour and 2 hour commutes, they're annoying, but they're not uncommon.
Yeah.
Um, in Europe, if you're gonna do like a 2 hour commute, you're not living in the country that you're working in.
No.
I don't know why I've traded.
No, you're totally right. Yeah, I think mainly what I meant, I should have been more specific, is like extended road trips. I think that's more of an
Yeah.
Americanized thing. Like no, most people from other countries, like they think it'd be crazy to
Well,
drive like that many hours, but like
yeah, because but then again, they've got better mass transit systems. Like they
exactly.
actually have a train that you can travel between countries. You can't. It's really
Yeah.
hard to take a train from the East Coast to the Midwest, at least, and not to mention the entire opposite side of the country.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's mostly dedicated to freight as far as I know, and yeah,
Yeah,
just our system
yeah,
of transportation, like public transit is just it's
cars and
it's a
planes.
little lacking. Yeah, cars and planes.
Oh,
Um, yeah. So anyway, um, since this is about risk, I thought it'd be smart to um, kind of talk about like both of your total like risk experience, like over the board, the online slash app versions. Like, can I get a rough timeline from each of you? Like how long you've been playing?
So I've like when I was a kid, I've played Risk over the board,
Hmm.
but it was only on very rarely, and it took forever. I
Yes.
really that's the thing I love about this app version, the blitzing. Like,
Yep. Oh, I
you
totally
you
agree.
you can people get annoyed because like if you're doing true random, you could lose everything, so they want to slow roll, or in balanced splits, it could be unbalanced. But just having something that automatically blitzes all the troops saves so much time.
Hmm.
Uh, the I have to check the stats, but I think Steam says I've got 2,000 hours on just the Steam version. I think my account
Ooh.
itself is over 1,000, and then I've got my alt, which only has like 50 hours on it, but it's something.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Uh,
So clearly, I mean, as if we didn't already know, you're no beginner to the game of Risk.
no, I tend to get very into something, and then I'll spend 8 hours on it.
Okay, to master
Some
it. Yeah.
Sometimes I'll just be sitting in a lobby with only zombies and just be. eh, A lot of times I'll just leave the computer, because I'll be padding out what the zombies are doing. So
Oh
my hours may be inflated, but uh, is it inflated? Some people are
yeah.
playing caps where they're literally just sitting there, taking cards for 5 hours straight,
Oh,
not
I know.
actually doing anything.
Oh, I know. Just doing the, attacking a one troop territory right next to them, refortifying and doing that for hours. That is probably the worst thing I can ever think of doing. I'd rather, do something that loses me the game, but at least like I'm doing something, in my opinion. Um, but anyway, Elitar, like, what's your risk experience? Like, did you play over the board for a while and then dark
yeah.
mode?
Growing up,
Okay.
we used to play it a lot, um, and it was always fun playing with friends.
Yeah.
And then later, later,
You found the
yeah, I
app.
started playing the app. Yeah, I
Okay.
just played it a lot, and then I didn't know that there was any kind of community, so I was just playing fixed classic just over and over and over for like
Oh,
a long time.
okay,
And then
gotcha.
finally, I found the Discord, and then I just went from there and just try and play as many tournaments as I can. Typically,
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, so and if you guys don't know like a specific year or whatever, like totally fine. I wanted to share like sort of my experience though. Yeah, I think kind of the same as both of you, like in my younger days, we would occasionally like with my brothers or, uncles, dad, whatever. We do some over the board action, but because of what Eric brought up, like how much time you have to invest to play a game, like the times we play were few and far between just because such a time investment, like kind of monotonous, like as fun as it is, it just takes too long. But I did a lot of that, relatively a lot as a kid. And then I found Hasbro and SMG's Risk game, I think back in
Years.
2018. And then more recently, I got
Game.
into the Discord and into actual like tournament play, like these past 4, 5, 6 months. So technically, like I guess I'm sort of new to the community as a whole. But what about you guys? Have you been on the main server and other servers for a while now, or you're still kind of
Well,
new?
yeah. I don't know why, but at some point in May 2022,
Hmm.
uh, they, all of a sudden started getting Pete's videos on my recommended,
Mm.
and I downloaded it, and because through that I knew there was some sort of community, and I ended up joining the Discord and getting to know a bunch of people. It's my turn, so I'm taking a
Oh
little
yeah,
bit of
yeah.
time to think.
Take your time. Take your
Uh,
time.
oh, I misplayed.
Oh,
uh,
I pressed the wrong arrow. Oh well.
excellent.
I had joined it and I had started playing. Then I think I got to master right, and then I went to Germany for like 2 weeks,
mm,
just on vacation. And when I came back, I got GM, and that's when I started joining tournaments, and I've been participating ever since.
Mm.
It
okay.
it's interesting because I started out by playing 2v2 tournaments. My first ever tournament was a 2v2 tournament on Brutal server. My partner was Van, who's still around,
Yep.
and a well-known player.
The bot.
Uh, yeah, that's a joke that came up in Five Aside a few seasons ago,
Okay.
and we've kept it ever since. I don't
Not to
think I'm winning this game.
not to sidetrack you, but can you explain where that came from? Because as I said, I'm a little, although I've played the game for quite a few years, I'm a little new to like the community on Discord and whatnot.
Uh, sure. So, we I was on a team with a bunch of people who were using AI. Like
Hmm.
the AI systems had just started coming out and was becoming popular. So like Bing AI, ChatGPT, all of those were super popular at the time. So the thing with our with the five-side group that season was we were running everything through AI. Our team name was through AI. The emotes we were using were AI. The colors we were using were AI generated.
Hmm.
Um, and through that time, I don't know why, but we just started calling Van a bot, and it stuck.
Okay. Okay.
And ever since then, we've been just calling him a bot. But we get using a lot of AI generated art, and it just it we called him an AI, it stuck, and we've just been doing that ever since.
Okay. Solid. Yeah. Some things just stick. For anyone listening in or watching, Van, I don't know his exact rank, but I know he's pretty high up there as far as saber ranking goes and whatnot. I think he's probably what, like FFA top, I don't know, 20, 30. You guys might know better. I'm still kind of new to tournament play in
For
the community.
on Front of Risk or on the ladder.
Um, Actually, yeah, either or, yeah. Like both.
I don't have it memorized, but it's easy to look up.
Okay, well, we won't worry about that now. I just wanted to let anyone know who doesn't know him that he's up there, just as you guys are too. Do you know roughly where you guys stand on that on the rankings?
Uh, I was a lot higher on the FFA rankings when it first started. Somehow, I'm still eking it out on the. If I'm still on the first page somehow, on 53rd in FFA.
Okay.
Um, and that was mainly because I won the world championship right when it started, and
Mm,
I held on to those points.
okay.
Um, but 1v1s, I'm finally moving back up. We didn't have 1v1 tournaments for a while, so I wasn't able to get anywhere on it, but now I'm 10th on it.
Oh, nice. Okay. Okay.
Nice.
Uh, but on the main ladder, the ranked ladder, I
Mhm.
last season I was rank 1. I'm not grinding rank this season, but
Okay. Yeah, you mean on like the actual Hasbro SMG Risk
yeah,
ladder. Okay, okay.
yeah, the
Which is, I think most people know that that's not always as important, right?
yeah, if you somebody can be a beginner on that ladder and be one of the best players in the world,
Hmm.
and some players will be grandmasters, and you go against them, and they don't know how to place it all.
Yeah, and the reason for that, in case anyone here doesn't know, is because there's no standard settings or maps for ranked. It's just dealer's choice in a way. Just whoever hosts it, they can play the settings they've been grinding out forever and just artificially inflate their rank.
And you can also filter your lobby. So if you know that a certain player is a grandmaster, you can make sure that they never join their. You can make sure that if they join your lobby, you just kick them immediately.
Exactly. Yep.
So,
So Elitar, do you know roughly where your rank is, or that you just don't even worry about it? I think you're pretty far up.
I don't know it. I think I'm a grandmaster in free for all, and
no, you are not.
Oh, but he
I can
has.
no,
bold
no, one v
reset.
one, 1v1. That's what I mean.
Okay.
Nah,
Am I?
you're not a one grandmaster in 1v1 either.
Yeah.
But you are. So this is why the rating doesn't work. For both
Mhm.
those, he is a grandmaster.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm a grandmaster of something.
Yeah, it's just that the rating system does not, the ladder system does not
Reflected.
say you are.
Exactly. It's inaccurate,
Wait, it doesn't
but
say it.
reflects it.
No,
What does it say?
What did it say,
Intermediate,
you're
master?
a
master.
yeah, you're an expert for FFA and a master for 1v1.
How can you see that? You're clicking my
Uh,
logo.
Oh
yeah, I
yeah,
click
Oh,
just
I
your
guess
your
I can
logo.
see yours too.
yeah.
Oh, you're intermediate.
But yeah, I
But
I
let's.
don't play.
I want to see your guys' stats though. If you want to scroll down when it's not your
Uh,
turn.
well, let's do the. So I can do Elitar stats, but
Yeah, I
I
can't.
can't.
Oh yeah, you can't
I
click on
can't
your own.
stream
That's
my
right.
own.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah. See, you can
I
see
can
he's
announce
got a
it.
lot of hours, a lot of games played.
What do I got? How
where
many
are
hours
you
do I
from?
have?
You got 1,274.
You have 1,000. Oh, I have more than you. You got 1,100.
How many games?
Elitar is
5,000.
5,103.
But you got
How much do I?
5,007.
Oh,
How do you
okay.
have more games but less hours?
A lot of Simp World 70% against Darko.
Oh yeah.
I see. What am I doing? Going here.
I have some fun stats on my page. Like I've got a 1 second win
Oh.
because there's a bug that can be exploited. If you start a game with bots and you immediately bot out, you can. Well, you have to be playing in some sort of two-player format. So how I did it was I took myself and my alt
Mhm.
and I went into a play with friends game, and as soon as the game started, I botted out on my main. And then I let my alt let my main account win because the automated bot will eventually win the game, and takes the time when you bot it out to give you the win.
Huh. So if you ever see somebody who has a 1 second win, that's probably what happened.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I think on my profile, I can't pull it up at the moment, but I think my quickest win was like 5 or 6 seconds, and I remember that was it was a 1v1, and it was auto placement, and I don't think there was fog. It was just whatever happened. I had an amazing spawn. Anne was gonna go first, and so the other person who actually was hosting it, they threw up the flag because they knew there was no chance. So it was one of those coin flip ones, is where we're very familiar with.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm letting us get a little sidetracked here, which is fine. But I wanted to ask you guys just some more risk questions. What are your favorite or your best like settings, maps? Like what are some game modes you like to play? That you really like to play, really good at, and also on the flip side, what are some of your least favorite or your worst of those things? Eric, do you want to share first here?
Sure. My favorite settings. Well, I've got a lot of them.
You can share a couple. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
share a few.
So for 1v1s, I tend to play Jules Verne, manual placement, these standard tournament settings.
Okay.
Um, so that's Jules Verne, manual, fog on, blizzards off,
Hmm.
and progressive cards, no portals. And
Okay.
I just play that a lot, but they can be a bit boring after a while. So I'll mix in things like Arco settings, which is River Town. I'll throw in a bunch of semi-auto. I really like New Zealand and Australia semi-auto. There's for 2v2, I like Dino Cannon. It's a classic. Um, I also have a weird obsession with the Battles folder because there's no way to use that map, but it leads to very stupid games, and I'm a meme player. I guess technically my favorite setting is !RST, which generates a random list of settings
And where can somebody input that command?
into the Dead Man Walking server. There's a bot called AreaSpot. I think it works in every channel, but it's probably best to use it in AreaSpot section.
Okay. Elitar, well actually, Eric, what are some of your least favorite? I wanted to ask you that real quick.
Caps.
Caps, because they take so long and
Yeah.
I gotcha.
I do understand, like there is some intrigue to it. We had in this recent season of RST a lot of prog caps did actually end.
Okay.
It's just you have to be playing with a group of people that won't get butthurt about things,
Mm-hmm.
because the only way to win is to betray, is to make deals specifically against one person.
Yeah.
And personally, I don't feel good about it, so I don't like to do that. But that it is a very interesting game mode in general. I just don't like it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. It's kind of a love-hate thing, I feel like. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Um, and are there any settings? I know this is kind of like maybe this is a dumb question because once you play enough, like,
There are no dumb questions.
well, fair, fair. But I was gonna ask, like, are there any settings you feel like you're just like not good at, like, or just average, below average? I know, like, once you play it,
Classic fixed.
classic fixed. Okay, okay.
FFA classic fixed. The last time, like that last time I did an auto match, I had somebody. I think it was it was Jacob Vischer walk me through it because
Oh yeah.
I just don't understand how to play it because there's a lot of emote talk, and I don't understand the lingo.
Okay, okay.
And because it's fixed, there's no you actually have to work together with other people,
Mm-hmm.
because if somebody suicides into you, you're out of the game. There's
Oh
no
yeah.
trading it and coming back on a whim.
No.
So you have to actually understand the lingo, be able to talk to people so they don't get too annoyed at you. And I don't understand the lingo. If I took the time to practice it, I'd probably get it, but I haven't.
I gotcha. And I can kind of see where you're coming from. Just to point out like one particular emote that I kind of misunderstood at first, and then somebody told me what it meant, and I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. The little fist bump thing, I always thought that was like used to be like an intimidation thing, like, oh, I'm coming to get you, but actually, that's like, hey, like, work with me, let's do this. So there's a little bit of time there. I was completely misplaying, like mistaking people for like trying to be aggressive, but actually they were trying to help me out.
Yeah, back when I used to grind the ranked ladder, I did notice that a lot, where I would do the fist bump saying, "Hey, work with me," and people would suicide instead.
Exactly.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that was a good roll for Elitar right there.
Yeah,
You gotta, you
he
gotta love
needed
a
that
five
though.
on three.
Yeah, I mean, you needed it though, because otherwise Eric was gonna run away with it. um, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I've been trying to roll more 5v3s recently.
yeah. What
They're
percentage
like,
is
what is
that?
it,
Like
70 some
73?
percent? 73?
Yeah,
I think
73. Yeah.
73. Yeah. And I guess what's like the I know maybe it's not a completely universal thing, but is it like above 60 you should do it, or what's like a
Uh,
safe?
it it de- it depends.
Depends on
So,
you.
yeah, exactly. Um,
Okay.
a lot of like I tend to go with the logic of if it's above 50%, I blitz, and if it's below, I slow roll.
Okay, just keep
Um,
it simple. Yeah. Okay.
Yep,
yeah.
that's what I do.
But some people will claim, but the math doesn't work out because the reason why I use that logic is you've got when you're slow rolling 3 dice against 2, you have a 52% chance of coming out on top.
Okay.
I believe there's a 52% advantage overall of
Okay.
winning a 4v2. Well, there's 75% chance, but
Yeah, but
yeah. You still want to
got
go
8.
positive. You don't want to just do a 4v2 and lose everything.
Yeah. So in that case,
Uh,
you'll slow roll if it's 4v2. Is that what you're saying?
no, I blitz that. It's
You will blitz it.
75%. It's above 50%.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, it's above the 52. Okay.
Yeah,
Simple enough. Okay. Yeah. Elitar,
but
do you kind of
math
operate the
is.
same way? Oh yeah.
Um,
Eh.
yeah, I do the same thing.
Okay.
I just pretty much blitz if I can, and if it's lower than um 50%, I'll slow roll. I'll try and slow roll it.
I gotcha.
I'm still not set on what I'm doing. What I do in a caps game because
Mm, yeah.
I used to do above 50%, but it's a bit iffy. Um,
Yeah.
the math now that I've been looking, like I pulled up the math on your chances of going positive in a slow roll,
Okay.
and it's saying that it's about 35%. You have a chance of going positive in a slow roll cap. So above, it depends how badly you want to win. Sometimes I'll blitz at 35%. Sometimes I won't. It depends on my mood that day.
You blitz at 35?
Sometimes depends how.
What?
It depends if I need to win.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
but you get
Eh,
because it's caps and you can't
yeah.
slow
I mean,
roll. You won't have enough time, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
And if they're running away with the game, like sometimes 35% is your best
Hmm.
chance. So
Crazy.
yeah. But
Yeah, like
oh, go ahead.
if it's a 0% chance, obviously I'm gonna slow roll. But
Yeah.
uh, at like I have to go with some sort of statistical margin, and if
Mhm.
statistics say I should win, like I have a higher chance of winning on 36% blitz than going positive in a slow roll, I might as well blitz it.
Oh yeah. Okay. I gotcha. No, I mean, I feel like all that tracks. I think on caps, I have a history of like being a little too timid, and then I end up paying for it because then I'll get slapped by the other guy. But I don't know. I think I do a similar thing to you guys. So it must be doing something right there. But I wanted to ask though, kind of going along with like your favorite settings and whatnot. Do you have like a proudest in-game risk moment or like a most disappointing one? Like a really high
I killed
stakes
the
one?
player second position in Arco settings. So in
Ooh.
Rivertown Round Rumble, they didn't get a turn.
Ouch.
And you'd say, well, but you won the world championship. Nope.
Mm,
I I don't care.
yeah.
I'm more proud of that because I don't. I like I all through. I don't really enjoy FFA. All through the FFA tournament, I was complaining about how I wanted to play 2v2.
Okay.
And the first thing I did when I won the FFA World Championship was I gave my alt premium so I could play solo 2v2s. There's a lot of proud moments, but I'm a meme player. I'm proud of my meme achievements.
Okay. Just a ruthless player, is that what you're saying?
No, meme,
Oh, meme.
Yeah,
not meme.
yeah,
M-E-M-E.
not mean.
Okay, okay, I see.
Yeah.
I gotcha. That does make a
Oh
difference.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Elitar, what about you? I feel like we've been letting Eric take over here. Like, do you have like a proudest and or most disappointing um moment in game? You think of anything? Like any
A couple of tourney games I've won. I've been pretty. Oh damn!
uh
I've been
Yeah, there
proud
there
of.
was no hiding spot.
yeah.
Yeah. So a good roll.
Yep.
Um. Yeah, my most disappointing. All these damn tournaments. Yeah, I got eliminated from the free for all. That was not a great one. I had a good game too, but game one, oh man, I got
Mm.
suicided. I
Is this
mean,
the current FFA one, the
I should
2025?
I should have been yeah, I should have been more chill.
Mm.
But I don't think I really made too many errors. And then what else? What's the other tournaments going on? I guess that was the only one I've been playing. Oh, KPO was okay. I'm gonna try and do better next time.
Okay.
I'm gonna really focus on the KPO next time, see what I can do. But yeah, I've been looking forward to some more tournaments. I need
Yeah.
to do better. I'm not happy with my performance right now.
I mean, some of that you can't help though. Like you get rough dice, or you don't get cards on 4. I know that has a huge
I
impact
gotta
on the
stay
game.
calm.
Or
That's
you get
the thing.
fed.
That's what's killing me.
Or you get fed. Oh yeah, yeah. If you panic in there, like I know what happens there too.
Yeah, like in the free for all game, I was sending too many emotes, and I think like I pissed off some people. But
Uh,
if I would have just been more chill, I think they would have been less like either not even mad, just like nervous. They were like kind of nervous,
okay, I got
and
you.
that screwed me.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Um, I wanted to double back real quick, because I think I skipped over you. Like, do you have any favorite settings or maps or like anything like that, or you just kind of mix it up?
Right
Um,
now, I'm into 1v1 a lot.
okay. Yeah, you both kind of like 1v1 better now, it
Yeah,
seems.
I like 1v1 because it's so easy to grind. Because you can just once you get a good partner, you can just go over and over and over and over. You can just play and play. Like that's my favorite thing to do in Risk is just play for like you're good at that, Paul. You're a good grinder,
Hmm.
and and Eric
Yeah,
is too. Where you can just play like 50 games or whatever.
yeah,
That's what. But I like free for all. I like classic fix. Sometimes if I'm bored, I'll go into the ranked and play some. I like
yeah.
progressive too.
Okay,
Um, Team games are fun. 3v3, I feel like I got to learn that more. 2v2, I feel pretty good.
okay,
Free for all, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different free for all. I
yeah,
like, I never play caps, only in tournament.
yeah. No, I feel like,
Um,
yeah, I feel like you guys
Go
have
ahead.
have a lot of the same kind of the same feelings, like on caps, on um I'm drawing a blank now, but oh yeah, like how you both kind of prefer, it seems like 1v1s, 2v2s. Like I'm kind of the same way on that. Like I think for me, a big part of it is like you have more control over what happens. Like if you're in a lobby of 6 players, you're in free for all. Like even if you're the best player there, depending on what the players around you do, if they get like pissed off from you making a move that like makes sense, but they're just, they get butthurt about it. Like it can just tank your game, and I don't know. I feel like 1v1 is kind of where I like to play now too. I feel like I'm a little
If you
better.
mess up, it's your fault. It's not.
Yeah, it's on you, all on you, not on anyone else. Like yeah, like your wins are because you played well, your losses are because you just got outplayed. Like I just kind of I like that aspect about it. And even with the 2v2s and 3v3s, which I'm newer to, they're kind of like that too. It's not just just throwing a bunch of people into a mix and like seeing what happens. It's
And the benefit to 2v2s and 3v3s is if you don't have enough troops to kill somebody, you can feed them to your partner.
very
Um,
true. Yep.
you can work together to get the game finished.
Yeah.
I feel like 2v2s and 3v3s is how you want an FFA game to go. Like where you're working together with somebody to get a kill. Um, but it, it never really works out because at the end of the day, you're gonna have to kill that other player. So they're looking to help themselves. Well, use you to help them.
Mhm. Yeah, make you waste your troops, and so they can move ahead without really an investment and stuff. But yeah, no, I hear you on that for sure. Um, yeah, let me see. I wanted to ask, and this is like, this is all for fun. Like, obviously, we don't want to start anything nasty, but I wanted to ask you guys.
This shit. Here comes the trash talk.
Yeah,
What is it?
So you guys are, you're the heads of these two clans. Um, I just wanted to ask which chief is better and why? Like, which of you is better at the game of Risk? And I want to hear some
Me.
reasons.
Well, no, I gotta answer that question. Yeah, it's Eric. Eric's better.
Oh, you're not even gonna fight it. All right.
No, because Eric is unbelievably good at this game, and most people don't even know how good he is. That's the thing. A lot of people aren't. They just don't know how good he is. He's crazy good. He's the best. I mean, it's him and Arco. I don't know. I can't go between them.
I mean, we are a
Um,
2v2 team for a reason.
Eric's probably better at 1v1 than Arco, but Arco's been getting pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I feel
Same.
like not that I have as good of an interpretation of it, but I feel like I agree with everything that was just said.
Yeah.
And Eric,
Well,
I'm sure you're not gonna argue it. So,
yeah.
well, we can just leave it at that. I was hoping for a little more of a feud here, a little
Yeah,
more,
I mean, I
Yeah.
can
but
beat. Don't get me wrong, I can beat Eric. If we play a 1v1, I can beat him.
Yeah.
okay.
But
But the odds,
But I am
his
going
no,
stats
to
are
do my
better.
best to
Yeah.
win.
no, me and Eric could play 1v1. I'll beat him.
Okay. But if you had to put a percentage to it, or like,
Oh, 100%. I can beat him.
no,
But
I
it's
mean
hard.
like if you're gonna play a
He's
set
tough.
of like 10 games, what do you think the split's gonna be? Is Eric gonna go six
Depends
four,
on
7?
depends on a lot of factors.
Okay.
If we played right now, a full series, he'd probably win. But
But you'll put up a good
I would
fight.
need to. Um,
I mean, he
yeah.
better because if this tournament goes to a tie,
Uh-oh.
it's supposed to be broken by a 1v1 between us.
By the end, yeah. Give
I
me
got
like
you.
a week. Maybe I can beat Eric in a 1v1. I need like a week. I need a week and I need someone to
Intense
practice
practice.
with.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Well, yeah,
You
Maybe
got some
someone on
good
my
1v1
team.
players on your team, though, so you got some good field practice against.
Yeah, I
yeah.
know. They got to show up to practice though.
Yeah, speaking of, I do wanna. This whole interview is sort of about Clan Wars. In addition to being about you guys. So I wanted to wrap up kind of the questions for you guys about yourselves here with a couple more questions, and then we'll just really focus on Clan Wars here. So just two more brief questions. Do you guys know, like where and when your first encounter was? Do you guys
Yeah, Eric
remember?
tried to get me on his five-a-side team, and then I was like, no.
Oh,
I
okay.
Yeah, I think
joined.
that.
You remember that?
Yeah, I don't exactly remember that, but it does sound familiar.
Okay.
Yeah, I joined and then I just didn't play because I didn't understand it. I was like, what is this?
the
Okay.
the main thing I remember things from was Elitar goes on drunken rants a lot in the main server, and I got pinged in that.
Mm.
Um, and I forget when it was, but he started calling me his rival, and I just went with it.
Oh, okay.
And that's why we're opposing captains,
Oh,
because
okay.
we have a friendly rivalry.
Oh, I
Yes.
gotcha.
And I,
Nice. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, you kind of that was like a perfect unintentional segue into my next question. I was gonna ask, like, how did you two foes become friends? Like, obviously, you started out not knowing each other. Like, I'm sure you met in some sort of like lobby or whatever. But like, how did you guys become friends? Or are you still sort of like foes in a way, or frenemies, or whatever we want to call it? Like what's sort of your relationship to one another?
I like Eric. Eric's
yeah,
cool.
I like Elitar too. So it's
Good.
kind of like frenemies.
Frenemies, yeah,
He's
Yeah,
good at
perfect.
this game.
yeah,
Easy enough.
yeah.
That's
I will beat you in any game that I can, but I'm not gonna be beef. I'm not gonna have any issue if you beat me, and it's like we're here to have fun.
yeah, perfect. That's what we want to hear.
Yeah, I
Nice.
mean, it's best really as a rivalry more than anything. I just want to be better. That's really it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
kind of. That's part of the thing that keeps pushing me because I don't want him to beat me.
I know. That's how I feel. I'm like, I can't stop because these guys are gonna get ahead of me.
Yeah, no, you gotta push each other to be better, and you know, I like
Hmm.
that. I like some healthy competition. I'm all about that. And speaking of healthy competition, like let's get into more of the meat of Clan Wars. How did you guys create this tournament? Like whose idea was it? Like
These guys did.
Uh,
Sterling and Drews. I don't know.
yeah, Parlux and Driz, I
Parlux and
think.
Driz. Okay, but how did you guys
Yeah.
become the sort of the faces of it? How did you guys become the captains, the chiefs, if you will?
Well, it was mostly because of the rivalry. They wanted to run another round of this. It was either this or five-a-side, which is 7 players on a team, and you're doing a mix of 3 1v1s and 1 2v2. But there's a whole bunch of teams that are playing
Oh,
against
there's
each other.
3 in here, bro.
Okay, I
But
gotcha.
but I I kind of, after last season of Clan Wars, I really wanted to run out the Clan Wars, and so I pushed for it. I said I wanted to be captain, and I kind of always had, ever since last season. I think it was right after last season. I'd asked Elitar, "Hey, do you want to be the other captain?" And
Oh, okay.
uh, so when they were looking for people to be captain, I pushed for Elitar to be the other one.
Oh, nice. Okay.
They didn't want him to be captain at
They
one
didn't
point.
want me to be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
so
Yeah, I had to promise to behave.
uh, so you
probably
you
something to do with the drunken rants.
oh
Yeah.
probably. So Elatar, I take it, can get a little unhinged at times.
Yeah, that's what
Yes.
makes it fun.
Oh yeah, that makes it way more fun. Um, so yeah, so am I thinking right now that you guys weren't the captains for season one? Like,
No, we
No, it
weren't.
was Driz.
We mix it up every time.
oh, okay, yeah. See,
Uh,
I thought this was like your guys's like brainchild, your mastermind thing.
Nope.
nope,
Okay, okay, nice.
it's a thing run through GM Arena, and we already have people who are asking to be captain for next season.
Oh, nice.
Who's
Um,
Okay.
asking?
so far I think it's Sam and Bradamite who are, like, Sam has officially asked. Bradamite has only asked me, and I haven't brought it up to the staff. I'm planning on doing that after this season is done, just so the staff can focus on running this season.
Okay.
They'd be good captains.
Yeah, so I think you guys have kind of given me a little history of like the previous season. I don't know if we want to call that like Clan Wars 2023 or just season one, like whatever. But now, kind of like what we've kind of all been waiting for, what we're kind of here for. Can you guys tell me more about what this season is gonna look like? Can you like I want to go over all kinds of details, like how many people are participating, like the clansmen or clanswomen, clanspersons, if you will, um,
It,
like how long these battles are going to take place, the number of rounds, matches, games, like, and how points are scored. Can you guys give me like a kind of a brief overview of how all this works?
how many people are on my team? But I was
30?
calculating this.
Or is it
15,
29? No, it's
24,
30.
no, it's 30 per team. So there's 60
Damn.
people competing in total, and we're running it with 5 1v1s each week, 5 2v2s each week, and 3 3v3s each week. The easy way to remember the points is 1 point per person per game. So it's winner takes all. So if you're playing a 1v1, there is 1 point per game that could be taken. If you win, you get 1 point. If you lose, you get 0. For 2v2s, there's 2 people on each team. So if you win, you get 2 points. If you lose, you get 0 points. Same thing for 3v3. 3 and 0. How matchups are going to be made, I think we're still deciding that, but we're going to release the schedules, and when then we're going to put people into threads. So I think we're going to the top, where Elitar and I are going to input our top 2 1-for-1 players into one group chat, and the other 3 into the other group chat, and they're going to schedule based off of that. And then same thing for 2v2. Top 2v2 teams are going in one group chat, and the other 3 are going into a different group chat. That way, people are able to schedule based off of what their availability work for them, and not have to worry too much. Well, it makes things easier because there's been some issues in the previous season where even just with 4 teams and 4 players, it could still be confusing where do you want to play against the person you're going to win against, or do you want to play against the people who can match up? And then how do we match up these players so that they work the best? By shrinking that number, we're able to get more players in. Hopefully, we're going to lead to less scheduling confusion. What's the rest of the question? It's kind of a very loaded question.
It was a very loaded question. I kind of sort of morphed quite a few questions into one. I don't know if you noticed, but I turned my mic off. I was taking a little intermission there. But yeah, so no, you answered most of them. So you went over the total number of players. You said 30 per team, so 60 in total. I believe you said there's 4 rounds, which takes place, they're weekly rounds, right?
Yeah.
And
yes,
then,
there's 4 rounds.
Okay, and in those rounds, there's X amount of games, like 1v1 games, 2v2s, 3v3s, and in each of those games, you play a set of 5, correct?
Yes.
And then even if somebody wins like 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 5, like you'd only get 1 point per person involved, correct? So 1v1s you get 1 point.
So if you win all 5 games, you're going to get 5 points. And that's just 5 points for yourself. So even if you sweep, you're still incentivized to help your team through practicing, because if you go 5-0 but your team goes 0-5 for all of their games, you're going to lose that week. So you want to help out your teammates to practice and learn, because any information that if you're able to pass off to your partners, they're more likely to win their games, and thus your entire team will win. Okay. One strong player cannot carry a team in this tournament.
Okay, I got you. So yeah, like let's say, so I think I'm signed up to do I'm signed up to do 1v1s, 2v2s, 3v3s. And for anyone watching, like I am on Eric's team, Eric's clan, the Superior Clan. So let's do it for instance, like in this first round, I'm signed up to do a 1v1. So I'll play 5 games. And so are you saying, like, if I were to somehow sweep, I pick up 5 points for our team for this round, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
That's correct.
Okay. And then if one of our 2v2 teams swept, they would pick up 10 total points.
Exactly.
Okay, I see. Yeah, so there will be a lot of calculations to do, because it's going to be, there's a lot of points to keep track of. But okay, and at the end of, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Some people complain because 3v3s will cause a huge sweep, while 1v1 doesn't do quite as much of a sweep in the points. But every point matters, because technically all 3 of those players could have played 3 1v1s.
Yeah.
So if we split that up, every point matters.
No, that's true. That's totally true. Yeah, and then at the end of all this, how is the victor decided? Is it over the course of these 4 weeks, these 4 rounds? Is it just whichever clan has the most total points, or is there?
Yep. So last season, Drizz's team got ahead by a lot, and everybody thought that they would just carry it to victory. Yeah. And then the next week, Parlox's team came back and took the lead, and they held the lead till the end. So
we should have won that season. Go ahead, sorry.
So it could look like a team has no shot of winning after week 1, but there's a lot of points to be gained and lost each week, especially with 24 players playing each week. There's 30 people in the tournament, but there's always 6 people in reserves in case somebody's scheduled to play, but all of a sudden a incident occurs where they can't play, or they're scheduled to play against a group that they just can't make the match work. The match time works. So we have 6 people on reserve to take their spot. But that's 120 points per week to be to be split between the two teams. There's a lot of points to be gained and lost.
Oh yeah, well, it sounds like it. Yeah, I feel like this will be a really exciting matchup. Um, and from what I've heard in the little chats here and there, I feel like everyone's saying that it's a pretty balanced field. And so I wanted to uh, give us a little bit of time here to talk about the draft. Like what are some of your general thoughts and feelings in this aftermath of the draft? Like, do you guys feel like it's a pretty balanced, they're pretty balanced teams, or like what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I would say I picked people who I thought would win, but that does not mean much because I realized recently that I am very veteran biased. So if I know a name, I'm more likely to feel like they're going to win.
Sure.
When a lot of these newer we're running the March Madness right now. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of these newer players have surprised me, have come up with new tactics, and I'm having to scramble and try and figure stuff out.
Like
Mm.
Um,
who?
uh, Carter, Xander's,
Anders.
yeah, I
I
think
don't
it's
know
Xander's.
Anders. I don't know
I
him.
think he got to, I think he played Arco in the finals of his bracket. But
Okay.
yeah, they're coming with new strategies and surprising us, and they I anybody could come out and just carry their team, uh, bring in big points, and it like I feel like anything could happen.
Yeah, I
Okay. Yeah.
feel the same way.
Good. Good.
Like it's
Yes. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
yeah,
Go ahead.
I don't know what could happen. I mean, Eric's team could really come out swinging and be really strong. I think my team's pretty strong, so
Yeah.
I think
Mhm.
I really don't know, but
Yeah.
I do like my team. I like the players on it. I was able to get a lot of the players that I wanted to get, and um, you know, I got some players that I know well, and then I got some players that I didn't really know well, but that I'm excited to play with.
Cool.
And
I mean, some of your draft picks kind of annoyed me because they messed with my plans, but
like
that's
what?
perfect. That's exactly how it should be. Well, Ben and
Let's hear it.
Speedster are a known pair, and I
Yeah,
couldn't get either of them.
Mm.
Pentix and Sam tend to do well in tournaments and 2v2s, so I wanted to get those two. And as soon as I pick Pentix, you pick Sam.
yeah,
But
yeah.
Okay.
it's gonna be interesting. Uh,
Yeah.
Both strong players. Yeah. I mean, you picking Paul kind of screwed me up, honestly, because I was looking forward to playing with Paul.
Yeah, no, that's
Who?
y-
I kind of like, yeah, nothing against you, Eric. Like, I mean, I'm getting to know you now. Like, I like you. I know you're a good player, a great player. But I do know Elitar a little better, and I gotta be honest, I was a little bummed that I didn't end up on his team, especially because my 2v2 partners, um, both of them, like we had a sub, but both of them got on Elitar's team, so I was a little sad about that. But I mean, I'm happy with the teams. Like, I do think they're
yeah,
pretty balanced, just like it sounds like you guys are feeling. So that's good to hear. But yeah, there were a few teams like pairs and triads that got split up. So this will be really
yeah.
interesting, like how these things play out.
Yeah, splitting Ben and Speedster is funny.
Yeah, well, that's also kind of the purpose of the draft. In the past, like when we did five-a-side in the past, the hardest part about five-a-side is balancing teams. We
Mhm.
tried to use different metrics to balance teams, but captains would find players and ask them to join their team. Um,
Mm.
and it it would always lead to imbalance somewhere. This now for clan wars, since we're using a draft system, wow, that's some
My
really bad noise.
God.
Oh yeah.
But since we're using a draft system, it it makes it a bit more balanced because
Hmm.
uh, I can't just go out and pick the best players because Elitar is also picking good players at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, and
Uh,
quick, not to interrupt you, but did you guys? What type of draft did you do? A snaking draft, or like how did that
I
work?
we just went back and forth.
Yeah,
Like
we just
I
picked.
picked one, Elitar picked one. I picked one,
Oh.
Elitar picked one.
Who got the first pick? Was it Eric?
I did. Yeah.
I
Eric,
thought so.
yeah.
When I saw when I saw Arco as your first pick, I had a feeling that was the first overall.
I feel Elitar. If you had picked first, would you have picked Arco? That's what.
He was one of my top picks. I don't know if I would have picked him first, but I might have. I had a couple guys I was looking at because Arco's good, but
There's a
there's
lot.
a
There's
lot
a
of good
lot of
guys
good
up there.
ones. Oh yeah,
There's a
Yeah.
lot of good guys.
yeah. Just looking at rank, the Saber ranking and whatnot, because Arco is the top. Anyone who was appointed as captain, he probably would have been in one of their top picks.
Well, Arco is the best in FFA.
Yeah.
Sterling is the best in 1v1.
Yes, I did see that, and I know Sterling's
But
really
Yeah,
good.
no, and you got both of them.
yeah,
Yeah, I know.
I'm
I was
surprised they got to
surprised.
Sterling was a late pick. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
was kind
fucked
of
that up.
surprised didn't pick him.
I
Yeah.
should have got him earlier. Because you know why he was late to register to the draft. Not late, but he was one of the last ones. So I
Yeah.
kind of had an
He was
idea
all
of
good.
who I wanted,
hmm
and then
Yeah. You plan
yeah,
your list before last minute entries.
Yeah.
yeah.
Speaking of that, I'm looking at the draft order here. Sterling didn't get picked up till round 11,
I know it's
or
crazy.
I guess 10 technically, since you guys are round 1 pick sort of. But yeah, I would have thought he'd be in top. I don't know, at least top 3. I don't know. Like you
Well,
said, a late sign up, it would have been confusing.
I mean, the picks made sense.
Yeah, no, I think they do
like
too. Yeah.
Arco and I pick me picking Arco first. He's my normal partner. I picked Chris second because he had just won the 1v1 World Championship.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he's a fun dude to play with.
Yeah.
Chris is
Then
good. And you know what? I just want to clarify what I was saying about Arco. One of the other reasons why I would maybe not have picked him first was because me and him, I play with him, I think on 2 teams, 2 5-star teams,
Mm-hmm.
and so I was like, maybe it might be more, might be good to switch it up and then compete against him rather than with him, just for the, just to change it up.
Yeah. No, I mean that's cool. Yeah, because that should all beat you, become even better players. Really, you can mix it up a bit. No, I get that.
Yeah, it's hard not to draft Arco's number 1. Pretty hard not to do that.
Yeah.
And the
But
thing about Arco is he's like a Eric, and he's like a, well, for sure Eric, and then some other players, but he's always improving. That's what's makes Arco so good, because he's always playing.
and that's the
Playing.
fun part. Arco improves in the way that we kind of want to improve, just through playing the game. There's
Yeah.
me, I'm doing a lot of stuff in the background, not playing Risk, in order to improve at playing Risk. Arco just plays Risk and he gets better.
Yeah, that's what I do too. But Arco, another thing that makes him special is he's got unbelievable
luck on his side.
luck, but also like composure. He never gets mad.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I was thinking about that recently. It's something we all know about him, but it's just there's a lot of games where I'm like, man, I would be so pissed right now.
Yeah. No, I have noticed that. I don't know him nearly as well as you guys would, but I have gotten the opportunity to play a few 1v1s and stuff with him, and been in voice chat, and I feel like you can't dislike him. He's so easygoing, and he's just so fun to play with. Really,
He
doesn't get mad.
plays the game the right way. Just, for fun, really.
Yeah, and he's
and
always
a lot of times we all get caught up trying to win, trying to do these things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'll play well, and he'll be he'll lose gracefully, if it comes down to it. And
I mean, you're not gonna see him in. It's so funny because with this free for all tournament, you see everybody in the main lobby, yelling at each other, calling
Yeah.
each other idiots, stupid. It's just like it's always there, but you're never
Yeah.
gonna see Orko in the lobby being like, "Oh, you fucking dumbass! What the hell were you doing?"
No, he'll just be like GG, like even if it was an atrocious game. But no,
Yeah,
I love that. I
Find
love
him later playing some sort of silly setting.
yes. Oh yeah. No,
yeah. I've been trying to
he's a good one.
I've been trying to get back to the meme settings way, but I really like retry. That's been good. At first, I hated it. Now I start to like it.
Nice,
I like the
nice.
Oh yeah,
settings.
the Retry Games Cup. Yep, I've been finding it fun, but I haven't been able to play quite as much recently. When you get to the top of that ladder, there's not much wiggle room.
Yeah.
Like if you get to the top, you're not even allowed to challenge anybody, so you just have to wait for a challenge to come in.
So you're doing your meme settings on the side, and then you're also doing your serious settings and your ranking, right?
Well, I haven't been, but at the moment I'm doing like when I'm doing my rank stuff, I'm doing a list where I took all of the settings from the most recent main server 1v1 tournament, and I'm playing 100 of each of those settings in rank just to see what the win loss record is after each of them, um,
Mm.
to see how much I like the settings and how good they are.
What are you saying? You're saying you log all your games and then you see which settings are
I
the
I'm
best
not
for
like
you?
I'm not like monitoring each settings, but I'm taking the win loss record from 100 games and seeing which one I've got the lowest loss rate on.
Mm.
Because I played I think my current record is 105 games in ranked, and I like that's my current win streak on in it. And that was just on
What,
what's it?
Brazil?
Jules Verne. I actually don't like caps in ranked because of the cap hit uh aspect where they could hit your cap early and get really good dice and win, or they could or you could go to roll their cap later on and they just and get a really bad roll. I prefer the world done
Yeah.
because you're in more control of that and the dice impact it less. A lot of times you can outplay them in manual placement and just win the game. Even against a lot of grandmasters, you can do that.
Yeah. You said in 1v1s mainly?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I
I
I I agree with that for sure. Yeah.
you didn't need to split there if you're gonna hit that.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It
damn
does
it.
connect that little
You're
CT
right.
in there. That's rough. You know, if you guys wanted to, like, you don't have to keep playing on this one. If there's other maps that are like
Oh, this is
for sure gonna be on the clan wars.
well. The other maps in Clan Wars require manual placement, and the issue with manual
Uh,
placement is you gotta think.
yeah, no, that's totally fair. But if you guys do want to do like just some fun settings or whatever, like by all means go for it. Um, but if you're getting sick of this, like totally, like feel free to do something else. Um,
I've played Simple World 70 for 5 hours before.
oh wow,
I'll be
okay. All right, yeah, then keep going. That's fine by me.
yeah.
Um,
If Ultra wants to switch, that's fine. But I'm
Maybe.
fine.
I'm trying to think of what else would be funny to play. Good viewing material. I don't know. I
I
got
mean,
Jules Verne set up.
okay.
I don't mind the
Okay.
manual placement, but
Or you could do
I'm good with.
semi-auto or something. I mean, don't have to think too
It is
much.
my highest rated semi-auto map, but I
Let's
mean
try
I'm
that. I
fine
want
with
to
it.
see it. I want to see that. Um,
Oh, you want to see a battle?
let's see a battle. Yeah, I want to see
You want to
some.
see a taste?
Oh yeah.
I wonder if I can beat Eric now. It's gonna be tough. Let's see. Yeah, let's do it. That'll be fun.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah. Whenever you're,
It's
you can
next.
finish or swap over either way.
Yeah,
Um,
no.
but yeah, I did want to bring it back a little bit to the sort of the aftermath of the draft picks. Were there any? I know you guys already gave me a lot of details, but were there any like Hail Mary picks that you pulled off, or like Was there like a one that got away of any of the players? Like
I wanted Chris.
you wanted Chris, okay.
Yeah,
Eh,
Eric
I
took him way
wanted Ben.
earlier than I thought.
Chris and Ben, okay. I gotcha.
It
Oh,
If he
who
had
else?
picked Chris pick one, I probably would have picked Ben
Ben,
pick
just to do it,
two.
yeah.
No,
What did?
well,
Okay.
it's more of because I play in the team called the Rivertown Rascals, and
Mm-hmm.
there's 4 members in that team.
Oh, I thought it was just you and
Me, Arco.
Arco. Okay.
No, nope. The 3v3s, there's 4 players, so there's always 4 players on the Rivertown Rascals.
Okay.
So at the moment, it's me, Arco, Ben, and Speedster.
Okay.
And I got 3 of them, but
Okay.
Whatever it was.
Gotcha.
Stupid.
And what
4th
is
got away.
what's Ben's so like Arco Speedster, like those are just their names. What's Ben's his wrist name? Is it Ben Workshaw or something?
And
Ben
Workshoe?
Verkshoe.
Verkshoe? Okay.
It's
That's
Dutch.
it's
yeah, it
Dutch.
means something. He said what it
It
meant one time, but I forgot.
it amusingly, it's Ben doesn't like to work.
Okay.
Uh,
I mean, who actually does though? I
he
mean,
does.
The
He's
most amusing
lazy.
part was he got a job very like recently. We were memeing on him about how his name means he doesn't like to work, and he's got a job now. He had the name back when he was finishing up his master's degree,
okay.
so
Okay.
he didn't have a job at the time.
I gotcha.
Like he had an internship, but
I gotcha.
he didn't have a full-time job.
Okay. And then yeah, so you guys told me about the ones that got away. Like, is there like a favorite pick? Like that you're just really happy that didn't
Oh,
slip
dude,
through
I
the
got a
cracks?
lot of good guys at the end that I liked. I got
Okay.
I got a lot of new players that I'm really think that
Excited
they're
about.
gonna be good.
Oh, good.
I'm glad I
Uh,
got the IAMs
Oh yeah,
because
that
they're
yeah.
it's a father-son duo that ends up
Yes.
yelling at each other.
Oh, do they? That'd be fun to see. I hope people stream like most of these things. I'd love to tune in for that. I think a lot of people would. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, that'd be
if
sweet.
they've
I
got
got
the
a game.
capability.
Yeah.
Oh, you do? You got the manual?
Yeah,
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm gonna
Sure.
fire off as many questions as I can since you're doing manual,
yeah.
just to throw you
Yeah.
off.
Keep
So
it interesting while we're placing.
yeah, we'll see how well you can multitask. So the next thing I wanted to ask was during the draft, what was your guys' selection strategy? Like, did you go based off of like individual skills, team chemistry? I know Eric, you mentioned in our group chat, our clan chat, like availability was a big factor. Um,
Well, that's for scheduling which groups can play.
okay, I gotcha. Oh, that was okay. I see. That was like an afterthought thing. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was like the main criteria that you went for based off of picking, or was it kind of like split between a few different factors? Um,
For me, it was mainly I went into the database of all the previous 2v2 tournaments and or team-based tournaments and tried to find people who uh played together,
okay.
and I tried to put them on a team together because if you've played together before,
Hmm.
hopefully you had a good time and you're willing to play with them again. Uh,
Yeah, well, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Elitar, what about you? What
Yeah.
was about the same?
For me, I'm a little hesitant to reveal
Okay. I mean,
my secret.
you can keep it under
I picked
wraps.
players that I thought were good,
Okay.
players that I thought were that I liked
Okay.
personally, and then um, who else? Players I thought that would be. Um, I looked at some past performance,
Hmm.
how they'd done in the past. Um, I tried to have a little bit of, not a lot, but a little bit of kind of what Eric said, like where you try and pair people up who you think like have chemistry together.
Hmm. Sure.
But
Sure.
a lot of that also happened on accident. I just got people who were naturally, had played together before.
Okay. I
But
gotcha.
yeah, I mean, I like my team. I think it's They're a good group of players.
Yeah, I gotcha. And then Elitar, like, I know you mentioned you got some nice late draft picks.
Yeah.
Does that mean like, did you do any research of like the newer, like lesser known players or?
Well, some of those guys I knew from these tournaments from the FFA main server. So I
Okay.
recognized a few of those names. I was like, okay, I know these guys. They're playing a lot. And then, I looked a little bit on Saber for some of the other players I didn't really know. And then I was like, okay, this player's better than I thought they were. Like some people who I thought were no names were not actually necessarily no names.
Yeah, I
So
gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't get that far. A lot of that's been the issue with being out of FFA. I don't really know a lot of the newer players.
Mm,
Um, but I I did kind of look at it. If I got a lot of pings from some people, uh I would generally consider them because I want players who will practice. Um,
yeah.
because that's the best way to improve. That's the reason why I picked Brilliant Frog was
Mm,
I just kept getting
yeah,
pings from them over and over and over again, asking for people to practice with it. It's like something's gonna stick, and based off my practices with them, it was a good feeling. Like
yeah.
that
they,
was a steal. That was a late round steal. There's a few picks that Eric got that I was like, damn, that was one of them. I was like, I know this player's good. I
Mm,
don't even know much about them, but I know that they're fairly good. I mean, I don't know how good, but I know that they're active.
yeah.
yeah,
No, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because you got to pick people who are actually going to show up and like be willing to get better. And the only way you do that is if you practice. So that makes sense.
that's my biggest fear where players with like I drafted them and then they just don't
Oh yeah,
talk
dude.
at all, and I never contact them because it's like I want each player to play, but if you don't talk and you don't interact with the group, I don't know who to put you with, and you ask to only be in 2v2 and 3v3.
Mm-hmm.
Like the biggest thing is I want people to have a good time, and
Yeah.
if they can't talk to you, well, you I can't really have people team with you.
Very true. No, I mean you could have
No,
like
these
all the
picks
best
get hard.
players, but if they if they don't want to show up, like yeah, good luck. No, that makes a lot of sense. I'm curious, like, and say whatever you will, like I'm not gonna be offended. I was a pretty late pick. I know Elitar is mentioning he was trying to trying to get me, but Eric, how did you end up with me? Was it just because like you saw me like pinging a lot, or was it just kind of a
Well,
random pick?
You
I
made a
saw you in
comment when he
March
picked you.
Madness. I've played against you a bit. I the reason why I didn't do it sooner was I didn't know too much. Oh, I gave you a
Yeah.
bonus, didn't I?
Yep.
Oh no.
Right. This is why we're talking.
Oh.
It helps to distract me. Oh well, it's
Yeah.
fine. I'll see if I lose it still.
Make a
Probably.
comeback.
Yeah, I know, but there could be a lot of hiding spots for you.
Yeah, that's true. He's got how many positions right now?
It it's a +5.
Taking the bonus kind of cost. I mean, I'd prefer to have the bonus, of course, but taking the bonus kind of cost me a little bit of like hiding spots.
Mm,
But you also go first, so
yeah.
That's true. All right, so where are you gonna hide?
I
I
can't
don't
tell you that.
know. Let's see. Yeah, it's a lot of spots.
So he already hid. So
No, I
Oh, he
haven't hit
already.
yet.
No, he didn't.
No. He's picking his last territory.
oh no, that's my bad. Sorry.
Yeah,
I don't
you
know
get
what I
it.
was thinking. Yeah.
This is a very important thing in 1v1s where if you're going first,
Use your
figure out
timing.
where they're hiding when you have only one option
Yeah.
just for where you place your last territory.
Yeah,
You
and you
don't
don't
need to think about that one.
and you don't even need to
Even if you
place it. You can just let it time out because it's one
That's what I'm
exactly.
option.
gonna do.
Yeah, that's my I misspoke there. Oh,
I
You
a
knew it.
split
split. Okay, okay. And you get the plus. What is that? A +3 there or plus
4.
four? +4. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I shouldn't have given him that. I was thinking I'll watch that and make sure to pick the last territory when he picks it, and we were talking and I lost track.
well, that's what I was hoping would happen, just to spice it up a bit. But
Well, we'll see if the game's over or not.
I think, yeah, I think I know what I would do here. Ooh,
Interesting.
huh.
I mean, I have to open up both of them,
Well, yeah.
and
Yeah, I mean that was smart. Like I feel like a lot of people would have just like started smashing, like getting everything they could. But that was a good move.
Let's see. You got 9?
I got
8.
8.
You left. Yeah, just a. You left with 17 plus the 3.
Okay, so you got the bonus. Now what do you gotta do?
Take 2 more territories at least.
Yep, and
Nice.
stop there because you don't have access.
Yeah, that was a good play, both of you. Not surprised, but
The move of doing as much as you can while doing as little as you can.
exactly. There's definitely a fine line there. This will be an exciting turn here. Huh. Okay, I see what you're doing.
Yeah. It's gonna come down to slow rolls.
Yeah. Oh, but you know what I could do? I don't know if this is the right move. Oh, maybe I should play it safe. Play it safe.
Ooh.
Seven.
What are you gonna have? 6, 7? How much do you get?
It's
6,
7.
7 on 6. Is that might even be a 50 blitz right there, miss?
What is that?
It's 53.
53? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I personally would have gotten a few more territories off.
Yeah, I was thinking that,
Cause
but
in the
then I was
Oh,
like,
cause in the
let me just.
back, yeah. Cause in the back, even if you had like a 2 or 3 in the back one, he'd have to break 3 other territories first. So like,
I should have actually hit that top 6, not the back 6, because technically his 16's now open.
oh no, I see. Oh, I
Uh,
was I was misreading that blizzard. I totally like said something stupid I
anyway.
didn't mean to. Oh, so
So got a 16 too.
he's
Okay,
because he's open, but not that
now
open.
I have to do it.
Oh, you locked
Um,
yourself.
Oh yeah, what was that? Well, that 2 might work, but
oh my god, I did.
oh go, you gotta. Oh man.
Yes.
Oh no!
It made up
Eric
for
turns it
the giving you the
around.
bonus earlier.
Ooh.
Damn.
So now he's just
It's
gotta
the
take
same.
take everything, right? Pretty much.
Mm,
Maybe
oh,
it's a
don't
tough
want to
situation.
split.
5, 6.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Mm,
Oh,
Oh, I got
come
just
on.
enough. But you,
No,
I mean, you're gonna get
it
10, right? Oh,
I'm just
9.
yeah.
It's
It's
plus
kind of
1.
sad
9.
because now I've got a straight line to break all of your
Yeah.
bonuses. I had to split before.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, well, you might not be able to get a stack though.
I'm not hitting a stack. No, I'm hitting 13 ones instead.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, you had him down to
In
11.
fact, I'm gonna fully open.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
but he has to
He
hit
has to hit
me.
everything. Yeah.
I might
Got
as well
another
roll.
twist.
Oh.
Ah,
Nice.
We got another twist.
Oh, he's got
you got set on
cards.
3.
I had a
It,
+2 as well, but you
Oh.
got it.
ah,
You should be able to break like and take it like
I
a
should be
lot
able to
here.
break everything.
Oh
Question is,
yeah.
oh, you have a 3. Okay. That was a
nice.
good roll.
Should be able to.
That was a good roll for me. There's 3 less
Um,
territories.
Ooh.
hmm,
What do you
man, what?
do? You loop back around.
Got a break. I wonder if I can take that bonus. Oh, no, I don't know. 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Damn, that would be
You're
cool.
11, 12, 13. I should have
Damn.
taken
Oh
that bonus.
no!
I know. I should have.
Because he's gonna get.
Hey,
Because now it's a straight line to both break both of your bonuses.
yeah,
Yeah,
that straight line stuff. You're good at that.
that's rough. I think yeah,
Yeah,
opening.
and you're under, so
Yeah.
I don't even need to worry.
Oh, that's rough.
It's over.
Yep.
Well, hey, I'm gonna bring it back to the interview just a little bit now that this game's more or less over. So do you guys have and you don't have to go into detail too much, but do you have sort of battle strategy for the upcoming games, like who you want to prioritize for 1v1s versus 2v2s versus 3v3s, like, or I mean, I know you have to mix it up a bit, but did you want to give
Honestly,
away any secrets or just keep this confidential? I'm okay either way.
honestly, not really. I mainly want to keep people who requested to play together.
Okay.
But other than that,
Do you have a set
I'm
on 3?
no, I didn't. I had a set on 4.
Mhm.
If I had a set on 3, I would have counter set.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Just trying to remember.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
Continue.
But yeah, I don't really have a battle strategy.
Okay.
Um,
That's fair. Yeah. I guess a lot of the strategy went into the picks, and then now it's just playing off of those as best you can. So, but what about you, Elitar?
yeah,
Anything to add to that?
What's the question? Do we have a strategy?
Yeah, like for who you want for 1v1s and 2v2s and 3v3s, or
I mean, yeah, I have my people who I want to play in each position. Um, you know, Eric's got some really strong 1v1ers on his team,
yeah,
so it's
but
gonna be interesting.
it kind of make like it's gonna be difficult because of you cannot play the same
mm-hmm.
I know.
same thing
Yes.
twice. Because I have players on my team who only want to play 1v1s, and
Let's
it's
play
like,
Italy. Sorry,
oh,
can I
let's
play
play
Italy?
Italy. Alright, sure.
Yeah,
So you can only get them for 2 rounds. They can do
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
exactly.
So yeah,
And they won't have 2v2.
that does like I really liked like hearing about that that caveat there, because like yeah, even if you had like the top, not that you got the top one, but like let's say Eric got like the top 5 1v1ers, like that means Elitar probably picked up the top guys like doing 2v2s and 3v3s, because I mean you can't, like you got to be able to mix and match and like
yeah,
be well rounded.
Yeah,
yeah.
So
Eric did a
that
good
was a
job of.
big
Go ahead.
that was a big influence when I was picking for 2v2s. Which well, for in the draft, which was, can I swap them between weeks? Because if they can only play one thing, I have to put them in, then put them on the bench, and then the next week I could put them in again.
Well,
And I'd rather have if it's a player that I know is good, I want them to play every week.
mhm. Yeah,
Uh,
you got to get like the most bang for your buck. Like you had to spend some early round picks on certain people. Like you want them to be like performing for every round, ideally. So like
mhm.
it did take a lot of planning, I feel like.
oh, you mean these settings are semi-auto?
Yep.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah, I should ask, is this for sure going to be on there, or you said people
Yeah.
don't like it? Okay. It's just
I
for fun.
wanted to see it.
People have not voted for it, but I like these settings.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
I kind of like them. Yeah, not
I
bad.
haven't played them. I never played semi-auto. It's kind of a big
Arco and I
map.
have played it a lot. But
Semi-auto's pretty fun. Oh, okay. Um,
no, okay, fair enough.
oh, yeah.
I misclicked.
I was gonna say, I was like, okay,
Yeah, no slow
nothing
roll.
slow. Oh, you got the bonus. The bonus.
Bonuses, yeah.
I can break. Um, break.
Just hit everything. Yeah, I don't want to distract you, but
Oh yeah.
I was
Keep misclick.
oh yeah, whenever you're finished here.
You're
Well,
good.
because I feel like Elitar's turn, he's just gonna be able to run through stuff, so he can probably pick
Yeah.
on this.
Yep.
Um, So I wanted to ask, like we've been talking a lot about this season, the 2024 season or season 2, whatever, Clan Wars. But could you guys like share with me some highlights from season 1? Like anything like,
Season
anything
one,
exciting?
the story of season one is we had an unbelievably good team, and we did not win. I don't know how we didn't win. It was so silly. We had like every top player. I mean, there was a lot of good players on the other team, but I just can't believe we didn't win that game.
Okay, so
The
it seemed
well,
like you guys had the advantage, but it didn't pan out then. Like, can you tell me like who was on that
A
team
lot of people
with
didn't
like?
perform. I'm not going to name names, but
Okay.
some people didn't step up to the plate.
Mm,
They know who they are.
okay. Well, yeah, without naming the players who underperformed, can you just tell me like what some of the names of the people in general on that team were?
We had
ah,
like everybody, dude. We had like a ridiculous team. At
yeah,
least some
but
veteran players or older players, I should say.
Okay. Were you both on that team or no?
Yes, we
I
were.
believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it. What was amusing to me was when uh the Ben and Speedster were really crushing it in 2v2. They were
They
on
were
the opposing
destroying it.
team, so they sent Arco and I in to stop that.
Oh, okay.
uh,
Yeah,
I think they
but
went 10-0 round one and round two.
Ooh, okay.
No, they went 10-0 round one, 8-2 round two.
and
Um,
Sin was also tearing it up.
Oh, who was?
Sin in the dark.
Okay.
Sam was doing good. Jolie was doing good.
but that was the
Uh,
main reason why I wanted Ben and Speedster because if they did another run back of that, well,
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know who Elitar would put in to counter it.
Counter.
I
Yeah,
mean,
no,
that's
that's a
why I
good point.
drafted Ben first because I was like, dude, if he plays like he did last time, I mean, there's no guarantee. I don't know what his
It-
situation is now, but if he plays like he did last time, then I'm excited for that.
I'm surprised he didn't pick Speedster.
You know
Next,
what? I was between one of those two. I was gonna pick one of them, and I thought it would make you more angry if I picked Ben, so I picked Ben.
Hmm.
yeah, but I'm surprised he didn't pick Speedster that on as your second pick.
Yeah, I picked because you picked Chris, and then I got worried because then I was like, oh shit, okay, he's gonna have a good 1v1er. He's already got two good 1v1ers. He got himself, Arco, and now Chris. And then I was like, I need to get some 1v1
Yeah.
power.
I
So I
mean,
picked Olive.
But somehow,
I
like,
promised Zerky ahead of time I was going to pick him.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
But then somehow you also, Eric, you picked up Sterling. Like,
yeah,
Yeah,
like
dude.
I don't
that
know.
one surprised
Bad.
me.
I thought, yeah, like to me, and I could be wrong because I don't know all the players as well as you guys, but I feel like Eric, like, as far as 1v1s go, I feel
Yeah,
like
dude. That's the strength.
yeah, I
That's
feel,
what that's gonna be a major
y-
story of this tournament. Like
yeah,
the 1v1s. I don't know how it's gonna go. I mean, he's definitely got the advantage. There's no doubt about that.
yeah. I was
But
gonna say
Yeah,
I didn't think it was just me. Like I thought Eric picked some stronger 1v1s. But I don't know. Like it's like you guys have talked about. Like it's a pretty balanced team, so it's it could go either
mm,
way. So it's just gonna be good gameplay,
yeah,
regardless.
I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna look like. It's gonna be fun. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
Can I hold this
I
bonus?
well, not like that,
Yeah, I don't like
I like
that.
that.
but
Oh, he goes for the 2v1.
Um,
but yeah, I'm looking forward to figure out who the uh new player who surprises me is.
Oh yeah, yeah, like the rookie of the year
Yeah,
sort of thing, rookie of the
they're
season.
gonna come out of my team, man. We got
yeah,
some real
yeah.
savages.
I wouldn't be surprised because a lot of my rookies I've already seen, so
Mm,
I know that they have potential, but like it wouldn't surprise me if they do well. And
yeah.
but your team has a lot of newer players who I haven't interacted with.
Mm,
So they might come out and surprise me.
hmm. Yeah, good point.
Yep,
Good point on
it's
that.
gonna happen. Can I get this? No, man.
Your dice.
I have to roll a 4v2. Gotta do it.
You gotta go for blitz down. Oh,
Oh,
Hey.
nice, nice.
nothing to
That's
defend with,
big.
but you got it.
I mean, if he hits this dice,
Oh.
Oh,
oh, that was good. Yeah, I think he's got it now. Um,
I don't know.
yeah, we'll see. Anything can
Yeah,
happen.
Do you have a bonus? No, you don't. Okay, good.
No.
you broke
Uh,
all of them. Beanie.
oh, you know what? I didn't have that other bonus. That stupid one on the coast.
Oh
Yeah, nope.
yeah.
Adriatic coast. That's a weird one.
It's got that one weird territory just outside.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, hey, you guys shared the highlights from last year. Kind of going along that, like, what are some like for this season? What are some major developments, like major changes to how Clan Wars functions, or is it mostly the same, just different maps? Like, how does that look? How does it stack up compared to
uh,
last season?
well, this season I'm hoping we have we have 2 involved captains.
Okay. Can you
Uh,
can you
last
elaborate on
season,
that?
last season we don't know what happened. Parlux disappeared for a while.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
he lives in Israel, so it's not the
Okay.
most stable place right now. Uh,
Sure. That.
but
Yeah.
it did make the tournament confusing.
Okay.
Um, the the big thing for this season is we've got more players.
Mm. What was it last year?
It was 4 1v1s, 4 2v2s, and uh, 2 3v3s. Let me just double
Oh, it's
check.
only like 18
Yeah, 2
teams.
3v3s.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Or 18 members, I mean.
there was still 6 on reserve.
Oh, okay,
3, 4,
okay.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm playing on one. So, so
So more people's one change. But what are some other
yeah.
impactful changes that you guys are going to implement on this one?
Well, we're gonna have to rank our players ahead of time, but for the top players going in, uh, last time the players were kind of in charge of that, and it led to some confusion
Mm.
because it some players like some players
Overestimated?
really want to play. Well, no, some players want to only play against people they know they can beat. I have no
Oh,
set, so this game's over. Um,
yeah.
but uh, then there are people who want to play only like against people who match their availability.
Hmm.
So it it made scheduling difficult.
Okay.
Um,
Gotcha.
and I'm hoping this time it makes things a little bit easier. Because I think that the top 2 teams can be the top 2 teams, and the bottom and the other 3 teams can beat each other as well. Um,
Okay.
at least that's the hope of the system. And then they match based off availability. I can't think of anything else
Nothing
that's
else.
different. We tried to run things very similar to last time,
Okay.
because in general it is a tournament that is structured the same.
Yeah. No, I got you. Yeah. So mostly like, I mean, I don't want to say strictly cosmetic changes, but yeah, most of the bones of it are still the same. I'm guessing. Yeah. I wonder what happened to Elitar. It looks like he's AFK
Yeah,
right
he's
now.
muted and
Well, you might actually
sticking
win
his.
this then.
Yeah,
So,
could
um,
be.
yeah. Well, I did want to. I gotta wait till he gets back because I've just got a
Can
couple
you
of
hear me?
questions. Oh yeah, there you are.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
So
you bought it out, sort of, almost.
I'm here.
Okay.
Hey, did I win my game?
No, I think you
You.
had it in the bag, but then you took too long to get back.
Damn.
So
Now
okay.
Eric's winning.
No,
Oh
yeah,
well.
he's gonna win it now, but it's
We
okay.
know we know
Uh,
the real winner.
I don't know if I'm actually gonna win. Oh,
Maybe not. If you fail that, like
what's with all these twos?
well, because he bought it out for a
I
sec. He was
But
inactive,
it,
remember?
yeah, but like all of a sudden I come across his territories and there's a bunch of twos.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
All
um,
right, so what are we talking about?
oh, so we were I was stalling for you to get back.
Uh,
But yeah, as
you
far
said,
as were there like any other like developments that you could think of, like any other changes to Clan Wars this year that like Eric didn't mention, or did you not get to hear that much?
any changes to Clan Wars? No, just what Eric said about Parallax, and then maybe, well, obviously the big rotation one. That's the huge one. So that's
Yeah,
gonna
Oh
be
yeah,
big.
that is a big
that is a
one.
big
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna be dramatic
yeah.
because a lot of guys are coming in signing up thinking that they're just gonna play their one thing,
Mhm.
Yeah.
But then you have these new rules, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't mind it. I think it's at the very least gonna be more interesting.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because you either you kind of give people the option, like they can either be adaptable and like work over multiple disciplines, or they just get to sit out. I mean, they're on the bench, so I do think
Yeah,
that's a nice little addition there. Yeah, thanks for adding that, Altar. That's yeah, that will be impactful. Um, well, yeah, I think as far as Clan Wars goes, and just like your guys' personal info, like I feel like we've went over just about everything. So I just wanted to close things out by um, sort of like throwing in a few shameless plugs here. So this whole interview, I'm doing it on behalf of World of Risk Live on Demand, or WRLD for short. Have you guys heard much about this yet, or not?
A little
Jason's
bit.
thing.
Yeah, Jason's project. Eric, do you know much?
Uh,
Or
No, well, he told me a little bit where it's he's trying to make a constant video feed of Risk, but I don't know much
what?
about the
That
back end
sounds cool.
stuff.
yeah, no, I mean that's a nice like little brief description of it. So essentially, and gonna try really hard not to like give any confidential information away, not to like pigeonhole this, but just as a brief explanation, what WRLD is going to be um, is essentially an e-gaming streaming platform that focuses predominantly or solely, I'm not positive on that distinction right now, but it's going to focus on Risk, and it is going to be essentially a constant feed of games going on, like multiple games. Not quite 24/7, but like pretty much any day of the week, there's going to be something going on. And a big part of this is going to be tournament play. So what WRLD is going to do, and they're in the process of, like Elitar, I was going to ask you about this a little bit later about your super tournament. What WRLD is doing is going to try to find all of the best tournaments and add them to sort of a tour that they're going to do. And what we'd like to happen is for these tournaments to be able to hold them over the course of about 4 days or so, like just get these things like really condensed into a short period of time and almost treat them as like how March Madness works, like in the US. Like have multiple channels going on, like multiple games simultaneously going on that are played by some of the top players, the top, 100, 150, whatever it is. Just have these high intensity games going all in like a short period of time to sort of make the Risk community like more exciting. Cuz like one of the biggest things, and I'm sure you guys know, like that's I want to say like it's sort of like hindering the growth of Risk, is that if you want to watch these like big games happening, like championship games or whatever, there's not really a central location you can find like all the games. Like you almost have to like watch
Like
an
Pete.
individual stream,
Yeah. I watch
right?
either Pete or PRT. But yeah,
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah, so there's a couple big names, like big individuals, big organizations, and some of them have pretty sizable followings. But what WRLD wants to do is sort of create a bigger network of this, where you can find everyone all in at once, so it'll be mutually beneficial for everyone. Because then you can increase your viewership on your personal accounts, like on your Twitch or your YouTube, whatever. Like it'll help these individuals who are streaming to increase their exposure, and therefore like for the people who are doing this for profit, like getting more subs, more viewers, like that's gonna help with ad revenue, all that good stuff. So that's a big part of this of the WRLD goal is to bring all these top players, these top platforms and channels and servers, all these things together, and have it going on in just one place. So it's better for players, better for the people running the tournaments, and even better for people who are just fans of Risk and like they have favorite players and they just want to be able to watch them all like in one place. So that's essentially WRLD's goal. And then down the road, I, I don't want to give away too many things, but they do intend on releasing an app and just like really like beefing up their platform. So if you guys have any questions on that, like feel free to ask them now. I can answer like what I know, but that's sort of the gist of it. But yeah, if you don't have any questions, I wanted to ask you, Elitar. I know you recently, like Jason was telling me, you signed on your super tournament to be one of the stops on the World of Risk live on demand tour. I just wanted to get some feedback on that, like, and like if you had any questions about it that I could try to answer, or just kind of what your
Yeah,
thoughts are on it.
I mean, no disrespect to Jason. I just been really busy, so I haven't had time to read all the details. So I wanted to agree because I like him
Yeah.
and but I don't really know like a ton of the details. I was just like, he's like, "Do you want to do this?" I was like, "Yeah." So
Okay. Okay.
but so anything you could let me know about how it's gonna operate is would be great to hear.
Yeah. Yeah. No worries. Like so to be completely honest, there's quite a few details. Like I still don't have like a good enough grasp on that I can really answer everything, but I know that one of the big things that we wanted to change about some of the tourneys.
Yes.
Oh wow, that was a rough hit. And this was sort of a question I also want to ask back to you. Like, do you think there's a way to condense these tourneys instead of being like so many weeks, like to just have some intense and condensed like gameplay all in like a matter of a few days? Um, like how do you like? Do you think that would be a thing that could happen?
I'm sure, yeah. I mean, it always depends on the player's availability, but I mean, I think it's good to try. That would be a good thing to try. Why not?
Okay.
I
I
mean,
think there'd be players interested in it.
Yeah,
that's why we've got all these mini tournaments because
Yeah,
yeah,
players want fast tournaments.
that's true. Yeah, so yeah, like I think we're all in agreement. Like this, it's a viable plan. Like, and
yeah, I think it is.
yeah. So and
It's just
then so I know like people's availability sometimes like they've only got so much time. So being able to incentivize them to commit to like more times, like just something to get them interested in actually playing these things is pretty crucial, right? I mean, if like you don't have a chance to like gain anything from it, I mean, a lot of these people might not want to do it just for fun. But a way to overcome that, there's gonna be, and I can't give you like exact numbers and stuff, but what there's gonna be up for grabs for the people who do well in these tourneys, especially for the winners, like there's gonna be some pretty serious financial rewards
exciting.
that can be won. So that's kind of the way to incentivize it. And the way to get those, Jason has personally like he set aside a pretty good chunk of money to sort of get this off the ground on his own, and he's got a couple partners that I'm not at liberty to mention, but he's
Slow roll it.
oh that's
No, it's
tough.
true random. You don't slow roll in true random.
Uh,
Oh, I didn't know it's
okay.
TR in here. Wow.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, what I was saying, he actually he's had some talks with some pretty serious sponsors that are known like globally that are on board with this. So needless to say, that's something big is coming.
How
Anyway,
does he get access to these sponsors?
he's been in a position where he can kind of travel all over right now, and I guess he just sort of like did like a soft close, like a soft retirement, if you will. And so he's focusing all of his energy on this on
Hundreds.
WRLD. So he's been taking a lot of business trips, like pretty much all over the country, just meeting with different
That's
companies
crazy.
who could sponsor. Yeah, I know he's been putting in the work for sure. I have a lot of faith in him. So yeah, needless to say, like I said, big things are coming. I think I've touched on just about everything I can disclose. So I think I can wrap that up. But I just wanted to close out this interview by asking you guys if you had anything that you wanted to like share for viewers. Like, I know Elitar, like you have your, Elitar's domain, and like I don't know if there were servers or
Oh, if I
channels
want
or
to
just
plug anything,
yeah, like want to play. Yeah, exactly, exactly.
well, Super Tournament Finals is coming up, and that is gonna be a crazy event. It's gonna be special. So I'm trying to get as many viewers and as many streamers to broadcast this because I want to make it something incredible. And we have a great finalists. We got Arco Moomba, uh, who else? Ace, Silent Legend, Bristle, and Sir Tyler. So it's just a pretty cool lobby. One I'm excited to see. So tune into that. Broadcast it if you want, Paul.
Okay,
You
okay,
won't. I won't. I won't stop you.
okay. And
And
where can people view that? Like, will that be on like voice chat in your
yes,
server?
yes,
Okay,
in
okay.
Elitar's domain.
Gotcha,
Yep.
gotcha.
And then Eric is aware that we have, and you're aware too. We have the 1 year tournament that's always going. So
Yeah.
this is totally new. I don't know how it's gonna go, but so far so good. We've had a lot of participation, and I'm gonna try and combine that with Clan Wars at some point once things get rolling. But
Nice.
it's
That'd be
it's
cool.
yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun to do. So check out the server. I might rename it soon. I don't know. And I am going to. Oh, what else did I want to say? Yeah, I'll be trying to release some new tournaments. So we'll see when that happens. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but probably after the super tournament, I have some ideas. So we'll see.
Okay, excellent. Yeah. Exciting
Do you
stuff.
still want me to help with Mallory with the coverage on the finals?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
please. That would be awesome.
Nice,
Yep.
nice. Yeah, and Eric, like did you I don't know your involvement exactly with the different risk servers and stuff like that, but like did you have anything that you wanted to kind of bring
Well,
more notice to?
I run the random settings tournament, and
Okay.
we just finished up a season. But when we start up a new season, look forward to it because next season is going to be quite a bit different.
Okay, excellent. Nice. Yeah, well guys, there's exciting things to look forward to. And I just want to say I really appreciate you guys for taking the time to do this. I know it got a little long-winded there. We're coming right up to 2 hours now. I thought this could be over in 45 minutes, but
Nah,
no, this was good stuff. Like I really appreciate your time, and
Yeah, it was
you,
fun.
so yeah, and
yep.
Shit,
this will be good stuff.
You get Risk players playing Risk and talking about
talking
random
risk.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll talk for hours.
exactly.
Playing risk, talking risk. It's a great
If you feed
afternoon.
us, we'll talk longer.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, I think I'll just close this out by saying I wanted to remind you, Elitar, who the superior clan was. Clan Eric. So
So we all know that's a
We'll
lie.
see.
we'll see. We'll see. We'll leave it to the battleground. How about that?
We'll leave
Yeah.
it to the battle. All right, sounds good to me.
All right, gentlemen. Well, I really appreciate the time, and yeah, I'll just let you go now. So thanks again.